Should I break up with my boyfriend because of his addiction to weed and alcohol? I had to ask, weed or me? Quote, to which he replied, in this situation I want both. You got your answer, I'm sorry it wasn't you. So were you serious with your ultimatum? If so, you need to walk. If not, you've just set a dangerous precedent, as any threats you make he will no longer believe you will follow through on. Should I break up with this abusive addict who gets violent in front of me? Weed and alcohol aren't the reasons to break up with him. His lack of emotional control and violent outbursts are. Things only get better if you choose better for yourself. So yes, leave. You'll look back and be so glad you did. Dump him. He is not a safe person to be in a romantic relationship with. Also, remember you are not responsible for him. I could quote your post, but you know your stuff. You cannot be in a healthy, loving and safe relationship with somebody who is addicted like that to weed and alcohol. You cannot change him. Get out now. If he is punching walls, he can't manage his emotions and you could be next. You can't help him even if you wanted to, as he currently sees no issue. The weed isn't the problem. He's clearly got a lot of underlying issues and he's using the weed to self-medicate. Suicide attempts, self-harm and explosive anger issues requires help from a professional, not a girlfriend. Yes, you should probably break up and probably encourage him to get therapy. Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that. My last BF was addicted to whatever he could get his hands on. I wish I'd walked away years sooner. Don't dump him because of weed and alcohol. Dump he because of how he treated you. Take this from a chronic stoner who feels awful without it. Currently 4 days into a tolerance break and struggling to eat, sleep. The weed is not the problem. He is. Unless this guy takes himself to therapy to deal with his underlying issues, then run for the hills. Weed is 100% safer than alcohol. There is no reason he needs to be high all the time. He needs therapy and a new outlook on life. As a longtime stoner and drunk myself, I agree with what other people said. The problem here is his lack of emotional regulation. If he cannot control himself and manage his feelings during a more difficult situation, it will be a nightmare to be in a relationship with him. There will be many more difficult conversations and it seems like he's just gonna throw a tantrum and act like a 5-year-old until you bend to his will. I broke up with my boyfriend, who is also one of my oldest friends, because he was self-medicating. And I didn't like how he acted on weed and alcohol. He's not even violent, but it was too much. You need to get out before you're the punching bag. There are many reasons this person should not be in a relationship right now with anyone other than a professional one. With a therapist, you need to do right by you and walk away. Else tomorrow the next target of his irrational outbursts might be you. Or a friend of yours. Or a family member. He needs help. And sadly you aren't the one to do it. Only be able to suggest that he seeks it.
Yes.
You. It is so not about alcohol or weed. This guy is an emotionally abusive train wreck, and that's what needs work. Therapy. A metric ton of therapy. Immediately. 1. You cannot make anyone change, you can only change your own reactions to them. 2. You can say I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who is addicted to weed and alcohol. 3. You can say I don't want to be with someone unstable and violent. I am glad to hear you are giving up weed. But I am still breaking up with you. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone I can't trust. Even in his last text he is manipulating you by guilt tripping. Dude needs rehab. The fact that he has to switch to alcohol is not a good sign. And a psych evaluation. He's clearly a danger to himself and you. Get the hell out of there, there's no question about it. Sweetie, you have to run from this guy for so many reasons other than weed.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.